So we're going to be answering a question on quadratic graphs. So the first part of this question is asking us to complete the table of values for y equals x squared minus x minus 6. So they've already filled in the table for when x is equal to minus 3 and when x is 0. So we need to do the rest. Let's start with when x is equal to minus 2. I'm going to put my numbers into brackets. The reason why is because it's very easy to make silly mistakes when working with negative numbers. Now minus 2 squared is the same as saying minus 2 multiplied by minus 2. Two negative numbers cancel each other out, so we get positive 4. Now minus 2 gives us plus 2. Then we've got minus 6. So our answer would be 0. So when x is minus 2, y equals 0. Let's do the same thing for x equals minus 1. So minus 1 squared is 1, minus 1 is plus 1, minus 6. So we get minus 4. Now let's do the same thing for when x is 1. I'm going to continue to put even the positive numbers in brackets because this will help us to get into the habit of putting numbers into brackets. So 1 squared is 1, then we've got minus 1, minus 6, so that gives us minus 6. Then we have when x is 2. So 2 squared is 4, minus 2 minus 6 gives us minus 4. And then finally when x is 3, so we've got 3 squared, which is 9, minus 3 minus 6, which gives us 0. So the next question is asking us to, on the grid, draw the graph of y equals x squared minus x minus 6 for values of x from minus 3 to 3. So we just need to plot the coordinates now. So our first coordinate would be minus 3, 6. Our next one is minus 2, 0. Then we've got minus 1, minus 4, 0, minus 6, 1, minus 6, 2, minus 4, and 3, 0. So you get 1 mark for drawing the correct points or coordinates on the graph. Your second mark would come from drawing a smooth curve that goes through all of the points. I'll never use a ruler to draw your smooth curve, and as long as you attempt to draw a smooth curve that goes through all of the points, like this, you would get your second mark. Now the final part of this question is asking us to find estimates of the solution to the equation x squared minus x minus 6 equals minus 2. So don't try and solve this, it does say use the graph. So the best way to answer this question is to draw the line y equals minus 2. And then find the x coordinates where the line crosses the curve. So let's zoom in so we can see it a little bit clearer. So it looks like the line and the curve cross at this point over here. So we can draw a line that goes up from this point onto the x-axis so we can easily tell what the x coordinate is, and do exactly the same thing over here. Now bear in mind that everyone's graphs will look very similar but not exactly the same, so examiners do give you leeway either side for about 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters. So here it looks like it is minus 1.6, so x is minus 1.6 on that point, and on the other point it looks like 2.6, so we've got x equals 2.6. So these would be our answers for the last part. So what I was saying before with the leeway that examiners give, you could write minus 1.7 or 2.7 and you would still be able to get the mark because it's only 1 millimeter away.